Howdy, 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 everybody, and welcome to Racecraft TV for the NRE Power Systems Cup Series here at Richmond for the Richmond 250. I'm Austin Knight. I'm joined by Tyler Vickery, and it's another night of Cup Series action for the NASRA, and it's at a beautiful, beautiful short track, also known as Richmond. It is going to get very close action and very down and dirty today. Tyler, how you feeling?
Doing really good. Looking forward to this race. The one thing I'm hoping the drivers are going to have to keep an eye on, I know with the track temp being a little low today as well, track temps at 78, partly cloudy, 77-degree air temp. So this track might be very slippery at the start. So hopefully these drivers will take it easy at the start. Otherwise, I don't know what to expect on restarts, especially on old tires.
Restarts are going to be a big thing here, and we might see a little bit of action as we have a few cars going around track right now. Qualifying's out, and all these guys are battling for the Marconi's Setup Shop Pole Position Award. This is Bradley LaBeouf. He just came across his first lap, sitting in 5th place, and oh no!
Yeah, that's not good.
We're going to be seeing a lot of that coming out of turn 2, just accelerating just a bit too much, and around you will go. Let's take a look at Rhett Tucker. His first lap put him into 8th place. He's coming into turn 2 right now, and you gotta have that back end under control because there's a bump off the exit, and that's what upsets these cars, especially in this low downforce configuration. Rhett actually going a bit higher, not staying to blow that yellow line, comes across the line. Rhett Tucker goes into 2nd place behind Jason Higginbotham, who's currently in primary spot for that pole position award. Nathan Rauge is just coming out of his pit box. Let's ride on board with him. Entering turn 1 here at Richmond. You can already see the car sliding and struggling for grip right now. And oh, big slide, and and what a save by Nathan. What a save. Back end got out from him, but you just saw him control that nose, kept it pointing forward, and that's how you control yourself here at Richmond.
That's the only downside with qualifying now with NASCAR is you have cold tires, and that showed it right there. Cold tires do not like you.
Cold tires don't like anybody. As a road racer mainly, I can tell you, cold tires, I'm used to them by now. NASCAR on ovals, cold tires will absolutely kick you in the face, but Nathan Rauge, he kicked the tires in the face and got a good recovery lap up to 5th right now. That 91 Rhett Tucker car looking very nice. Looking down the field, we currently don't have anyone on a flyer of a lap. We got Max Steck right now in that 0.5 Ford. That Chevy, and look at that Chevy. It's a bit beat up on the front end.
Yeah, he looks like he messed up and hit the wall earlier. He's already finished his 2 qualifying times, so this is just more reconnaissance laps.
I think he's just mad.
Yeah, way down in 26.
Eric Mullins, he just popped.
Toby Parisi is, I'm hoping I said that right. He's right now on a flyer. He starts lap number 1.
Toby Parisi. I believe that's how you say his name. And that 22 car. He's actually a rookie on iRacing.
I was about to ask.
Yeah, I think this is like his first event on iRacing. No, it's not his first event. And he pirouettes across the line.
He saved it.
He saved it, yes. But he didn't. It did not give him a lap though.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna be allowed to be racing in there. I think he's just joined the race. And Keith Bradley, we used to be calling him the man on fire, but his he dropped that sponsorship and he picked up the Driven to Save Lives sponsorship and NOS energy drink. So Keith Bradley no longer the man on fire. He's more of NOSed up Keith Bradley now. and that black and orange 92 car. And I must say, this paint scheme looks absolutely beautiful underneath the lights.
Oh yeah, I love it. I mean, just the way, even just how that little silver down at the bottom pops out. Really, really nice.
Lap 1 put him into 6th place. Is he going to get the setup shop pole position award?
Could be close. Been pretty good coming out of turn number 4.
Comes across the line. Keith Bradley nosed up.
He improves, but does not improve in position. He gained a 10th of a second, but it looked like it went from a 21.86 to a 21.76. So he gained a 10th, but it wasn't enough to move him up any spots. That's unfortunate.
Gabriel Ellison, he's coming onto track. Let's ride inside the car and just look at that wheel work. He's going to go in, carrying a lot of speed heading across the line right now. Look at the wheel work that he has. The car gets so light coming out there. It's like going over a jump, really, heading out of turn 2 and onto the back straight. And back into 3 and 4, and you blink and you'll miss it, but there's the line. Gabriel Ellison, first lap, puts him all the way up into 2nd place. Oh, Ellison is on a tear.
Yep, and this one looks even quicker, too. A little bit smoother out of 2, so this could be even quicker depending on his turn 3 and 4. Looks pretty good. Coming to the line. Oh,
almost sticks to the wall across the line at 130 miles an hour. Gabriel Ellison does not take pole.
He improves by probably thousandths of a second, and that was it. Oh my goodness.
What a lap by Ellison, but to not get pole right there is astonishing. As is Jason Higginbotham, who, well, really, if I could see him, he's just smiling with joy right now. 2 laps in there, that 21.41 is keeping him at the very top of the field right now, and totally in contention for this setup shop award. And he's controlling the field by over 100th of a second.
Yeah, and
actually over a 10th.
Yeah, and so far there's only 3 drivers, maybe 4 drivers that have a chance at making any kind of run. Ryan Kendall hasn't taken a lap yet. Chad Oxidine, Mark Truxell, and Brandon Bullock. Those are the 4 that have not gone out on track yet and put any laps down. So could be very interesting. We still got, oh, actually, never mind. We only got like 15 seconds left in qualifying anyways, so never mind.
Yep, qualifying is about to end here at Richmond here on Racecraft TV. And it looks like the Matacone Setup Shop Award, our pole position award, is going to go to the one, the only, Jason Higginbotham. But as we go before there, let's take a look at our starting grid. Starting up pole is Jason Higginbotham with that pole position award, followed by Gabriel Ellison, Brendan Hughes in the 2nd row, followed by Rhett Tucker, Greg Welland, Derek Mullins, Keith Bradley, Nathan Rauge, Richard Beasley, Clinton Castleberry, Taylor Peacock, Bradley LaBeouf in 12th place. They're followed by Jason Munda, Clinton Steen, Max Stagg, Nicholas Sacco, Chad Oxidine, Ryan Kendall, Mark Truxell, Robert Richards, Brandon Bullock, Eric Zimmerman, and Toby Parisi in 23rd place. And, oh, Toby Parisi is that rookie driver, so he might not be starting this race, but we'll find out later on today as we go and get ready to go racing. We are looking at our pole position sitter of Jason Higginbotham, and Higginbotham, you are Marconi Setup Shop pole position winner. We're here for the NASRA Cup Series Richmond 250 here for the NRE Power Systems Cup Series, which is probably the most confusing title name I've ever done, but guess what? We're doing that. Yeah, Jason Higginbotham, the lone person, as we wait for Gabriel Ellison to hop in right beside him as we are getting ready to go racing behind the iRacing pace car. But Jason Higginbotham with that McConey setup shop pole position award. He's going to be a lot happier right now to have that title.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's positions here are going to be key. I mean, granted, I know there's a few drivers that are going to be patient, waiting it out in the back, but I mean, especially at the start, positions, everything, and getting that front row start is going to be very helpful, especially if a wreck happens.
Well, as the field peels off and get ready to go, let's take a look at the night, and these iRacing fans are absolutely on their feet as we're getting ready to go racing. And I love this TV camera that we got because it's from the box. It might be a replay of when we were at Bristol, where we just stayed from this one camera for most of the race. But you can see the entire track from one spot, and that's what makes Richmond always cool. But the iRacing pace car is going to go around once more. And let's ride on board with our pole sitter and look back in our new camera on the gearbox, but on the back of the car, looking over that driven designs car of Jason Higginbotham. Looking back at the field. So these guys, if they have an advertisement on the back of their car, well, that advertisement's finally getting some airtime. As they're coming out of turns 2, that iRacing pace car, the lights are off and they're getting ready to go. Tyler, how are you feeling about this race? Who do you have your money on?
Oh, I'm excited, and I think Clinton Katzler might make a surprise from 10th place. I'm betting on him to win this race.
All right, well, let's put the bets to the sky as the revs are getting higher. We're going to race for the NRE Power Systems Cup Series Richmond 250, and it's a great start by Higginbotham. He's leading out Ellison, and look at the 111 of Brandon Hughes down out to the inside.
Brandon Hughes had a
And
great turn.
Hughes, big tail slapper right there, and he's dropping down the field. Ellison gets back up there. Rhett Tucker's holding out around the outside now. He's trying to look in on Hughes, and Rhett Tucker jumps in to 3rd place.
Yep, Rhett Tucker's
Here comes the 111, and always get off the banking. Hughes is sideways mid-corner.
Yeah, Brandon Hughes just got to really watch it here. Be patient. A lot of these guys are trying to run it clean. The low line's the lane to beat, but when you get back up on the straightaway, you got to be up on that high side. It's going to be really tough for Brandon to make any kind of run.
We're on board with Richard Beasley right now, who's working his way on Hughes, and just watch the back end of Hughes' car. It's going to dance a lot. He's got a very loose setup, but Beasley, the driver from Ohio, might be looking for a move here very soon.
He might be looking for a move, but I think he's trying to play it safe here, knowing we got a lot of laps in. I mean, granted, these will go very quick, just like how Bristol was, but a lot can happen. 250 laps. Got to play the patient game here, especially for the first 100.
As we look down the field, our biggest mover right now is Nicholas Sacco. Up 4 spots and around the 22! Ooh. And that's Toby Parisian, and he's blown the engine.
That is rough.
Well, it was a rookie new addition to the series, and his car is parked down there, so I hope they get that towed, and there it is. It is now towed in. Yellow flag, not out. Nobody else involved in that incident. As we look at...
like he might... Oh, sorry, I was going to say...
Oh, Ellison!
I almost want to... Whoa, that's... Ellison, or no, Higginbotham had some kind of issue there. Just slid up the track, and oh my goodness. There goes Ellison, just pulled the 4/10 of a second gap like that.
Yeah, we look at our 3-way fight for first. It's Ellison, Higginbotham, and Tucker right now, leading out the entire field.
Boy, just running away with it now. These three are already putting on a 2-second gap now.
Yep, no one can and touch them, and it is showing right now. That fight for fourth is holding everyone up. That's Greg Wellens holding out that pack. And just look at the speed that some of these cars has. We see Keith Bradley actually settling for a move right there. And right behind him, Nicholas Sacco makes up his 6th spot up. And we just had a car on the wall. And, oh, car going slow down front straight.
Yep, and I see Toby Parise, barely could see him. He's already used his fast repair, and he's coming back on the track. Brendan Bullock looked like he had some issues. There's a lot of fighting further down the field.
And Robert Richards died down to the inside of Castleberry. Castleberry, he's dropped down 6 spots. I believe that was the car that was going a bit loose. And look at the rear damage that he's got on his car.
I wonder if maybe he and Toby Parise got involved earlier, if that was where he got his damage from. Because, boy, that is a lot of rear-end damage.
I don't think Castleberry and Parise were even near each other. So.
Interesting. That's heavy rear-end damage. He's going to be losing a lot with it.
Yeah, and Sneed hunting down that 21 car of Castleberry.
Yeah. Castleberry is going to start playing defensive.
And Rhett Tucker's gotten past Higginbotham.
Yep. Higginbotham looks like he's already used up some of his tires early, and now it's Higginbotham's got to start seeing what he can do to get these tires going back to life again, because he's going to lose more time here now.
To our battle for 5th between Wellen and Hughes. We got Beasley right behind him. And Hughes was extremely aggressive on that opening lap, so I'm expecting his tires to be falling off very shortly.
Yeah, tires don't last long here at Richmond. They go pretty quick.
Even underneath the night sky, where the temperatures are low, the track temp 80 degrees right now, the air temp 76. But these guys are holding it out pretty all right now. But how long will that last that well for?
Yeah, but it might be interesting as we'll start seeing the lap times go slower and slower here, as we're already in the 22-second time. So you just got to play it key. Ooh, as I think I saw Richard Beasley got a little loose there coming out of 4, but he is still going straight, so that's a good sign with him.
Beasley in that number 10 Tide car. As these guys are going out all the way to the wall, and Hughes is afraid of that wall. He's not even going out to that top line. And, oh, Beasley's got the speed on him. Beasley charging up right now.
These guys are playing it very safe as Richard Beasley's trying to make a run, but he's just waiting until the right time. But he's got to keep an eye on this backside because Nicholas Sacco is on a charge.
Yeah, Sacco, our biggest mover, up 8 spots compared to these guys. Brandon Hughes has dropped 3 spots. Richard Beasley has jumped up 3 spots. But Nicholas Sacco is definitely one car to be watching for right now.
He's got one of the quickest lap times other than the top 3. But yeah, Nicholas Sacco's just right there as well, and he might be one to keep an eye on later on in this race if he can keep those lap times up.
And there's Toby Parise being lapped by Tucker and Higginbotham.
Parise scraped the wall there a little bit too, trying to give these guys plenty of room.
And Higginbotham is closed in on Rhett Tucker.
Tucker's starting to feel the pressure a little bit. He's trying to kick it up a little. They're only about 0.8 of a second behind Gabriel Ellison, so Higginbotham's starting to see if he can make a charge back up to the front.
Higginbotham, Jesse doesn't like leading here, and he's just waiting for his tires to get into the temperature, and Ellison and Tucker just took that advantage, but it looks like Higginbotham's starting to close in on these guys.
Slowly but sure, as Tucker got a little sideways coming out of 2. Boy.
I can see the laps cars around him. Going to start causing a little bit havoc. Rhett Tucker forced to abandon his line. That's allowing Ellison to charge up there.
Yeah, that was Jonathan Munda who was the lap down and got a little wide there with Tucker, but looks like he got the run coming out of 2.
That You watch Tucker's line. Look at Ellison and Tucker's line. They're both much higher than what Higginbotham's running. Higginbotham running that yellow line, just staying down low and keeping it very nicely for him.
Yeah, it just seems like Tucker was trying to play a little bit more aggressive, and he just slid the tires coming back out of the corner. So it could be interesting to see how it plays out afterwards.
Indeed, it will be. Still Ellison and Tucker and Higginbotham are three-way fight for the lead, but this is really the battle for second.
Yeah, that's currently right now the gap to Tucker is only just over a second. It's further back in the field. Everyone's getting around Toby Parise fairly nicely. Richard Beasley still on a nice little charge here. He's closing up on Brandon Hughes by a little, not much, but it is slowly coming down. And then further back, you got Keith Bradley and Nathan Rauge fighting it out as well.
And Bradley is in that new sponsorship. Nosed up Keith Bradley. He's chasing down the timeout systems of the 91 of Rauge as they're passing the 14 car. Who is also a lap down. That 14 car is the Jonathan Munda. And I don't see anything wrong with this car. I just think that he's not a big fan of Richmond.
I don't think so, too. Oh, it's the 68 of Ryan Kendall almost got himself almost self-turned him there on the 05 of Max Steck, who are just behind Jonathan Munda, who's trying to give room. Oh, boy, there we go. There we go. Woo. 3 wide heading into 1.
3 wide. Pretty sure somebody soiled themselves right there, but wow.
I think that was Munda that probably soiled his fire suit, because he was doing everything he could to get out of the way.
Looking back from Kendall on Steck and Richards. Richards looking down on the bottom of Max Steck as Steck gets off the brakes. He's going high. Here comes Richards down low. Richards and Steck going side by side for 12th place. But Max Steck had the speed off the exit. Steck's going to hold it in for 12th.
Yeah. Oh, there goes Richards trying to make a late move, but it's just not going to work. It just seems like that middle line now is the key. Oh, boy. As Max Steck's got a little loose coming out of 4.
Yeah, this late down the field battle is heating up a lot as Richards and Steck, that neither of them want to be by each other. And here comes Richards down low again. Max Steck hoping his dogs will provide some security for him and keep him up there in 12th place. And, well, they're providing excellent deterrence right now and excellent defense as Richards has another look down to the inside, Steck around to the outside. Who's going to have the speed off the end? And who's that? The number 9 car is missing his hood.
That's interesting.
Yeah, Bradley LaBeouf does not have a hood.
That's...
And he's gaining on these two as Richard makes the pass on Max Steck.
I wonder what happened that caused him to lose that hood, because that is very, odd.
I do not have any, notice of a crash that's happened to Bradley LaBeouf. So, well, he's not going to have to worry about grill tape today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, he's the faster pair, but he's moving it pretty well.
I know, it seems like he's got more speed now compared to before.
He's never gone into the pit lane, so I don't think he knows that his hood's off.
I don't think he does either.
Yeah, I wouldn't know that my hood's off at this time either. But yeah, that hood off is actually giving him some space. And he's looking down to the inside, and hoodless Bradley LaBeouf might almost make a move right here. But we do have a fight. We're going to have to stop this and look at the fight for the lead between Ellison and Higginbotham.
What happened to Tucker? Tucker's now 2 seconds behind, and Tucker was ahead of Higginbotham.
I think the lap car might have upset Tucker a little bit, and he got loose.
Lap traffic will do that.
Yeah, Richmond, a very famous short track. It has a lot of interesting features, as it used to be called, actually an apple tree farm before it came a racetrack.
Interesting.
You were alive in the 40s. You might got your apples from Richmond, which now they race around. Good progress. Lights weren't actually added here until about 1997, actually.
And the nighttime racing here has been a big attraction ever since as well.
Yep. And Richmond, one of the famous short tracks. It's basically a miniaturized Daytona, just without the banking.
Yeah.
It's miniaturized in every single way, including the banking.
Yep, pretty much. I'm noticing too, I'm looking at the live timing. Tucker's is about to get overtaken here by Greg Wellen, who is like running one of the quickest lap times on the field currently with a 22.75 his last lap.
There's Wellen, and let's watch Tucker from Wellen's point of view as you get to see, big snap from Tucker.
That car is fighting Red Tucker, and he's gonna let him by easily, actually.
He's not letting him by that lapped car. The 17 is gonna actually be a pick right there for Wellen. And they're gonna go 3 wide entry in that corner, but Wellen, you want to say ahead of Tucker, but Tucker gonna have the better exit speed and just stay as close as he can to Greg Wellen. But Wellen up into third.
And I gotta say, I still love that paint scheme as well that Greg Wellen has, representing Hunter Pence and the rest of the motorsports group he's with. I love that paint scheme.
And the Hunter Pence baseball as the pinstripes of Greg Wellen. He did win it out last week in that same pinstriped car, and I'm gonna say it was a very nice victory for Wellen.
Absolutely, and when we were on that onboard of the back end of Greg Wellen, you saw Tucker get super loose coming out of 4, and I think that handling has gone away for Tucker.
I think the handling's gone away from everybody as we're entering lap 41 of 250. Laps go by here incredibly fast today, and that should not surprise anyone because it's just absolutely doing it right.
Yeah. As Gabriel Ellison, the leader, is catching up to Clinton Castleberry, who's had a rough start to the race already, down 8 spots, trying to stay on the lead lap, and he's blocking Gabriel Ellison, trying to stay on that lead lap too.
Yeah, I don't think it was blocking, it just happened to be circumstance right there, but oh no! Ellison taps Castleberry right there, and Higginbotham, he just dropped off the speed. He could have easily overtaken Ellison right there, but Ellison kept on. No yellow flags. 75, 75, 100 are laps today in our stages, and with just about over 30 laps to go, Ellison getting a little bit chirpy with some laps cars. Says, there's a big accident in front of him.
Oof. Yeah, that was, oh my goodness, that, a lot of these driving around catching up, as here goes the Richard Beasley now, who's still on that tear. He is caught up to Brandon Hughes, and gonna see if he can make an opportunity here coming into 1, but he's checking up a little, letting these guys burn up their tires a little more, as you saw Brandon Hughes get a little loose there, coming out of, going into 1.
Almost kissing the wall right there.
You could just see the 111, how loose he is going into the corner. I mean, is he still loose coming out of 4? These cars are just getting loose as the race goes on for some of these drivers.
So poor Brandon Hughes, let's watch that tail end just start wiggling around. And behind these two, I believe that's Derek Mullins who's closed up on him.
Mullins is another one trying to charge through the field as well now.
But they are not doing it any better than the man himself, Nicholas Sacco, who is up 11 spots now. He's sitting in 5th.
as he's having a fight with Clinton Castleberry trying to get around him, and I believe he scraped the wall there on the right side of his car a little bit.
And now Sacco's closing in on Rhett Tucker. And Tucker, he's definitely struggling. He's struggling with the brakes. He's struggling with the grip. That car is all over the place. And Sacco's getting up a lot of spots right now.
And even look up for, I was going to say look further ahead, but that was actually Toby Parise and laps down as well. But man, I've never seen Rhett have to fight with a car this much. I mean, this is rare to see him struggle this much with the car, especially here at Richmond.
Uh-oh. Bradley. Keith Bradley in the wall.
Toby Parise crashed big. Toby Parise crashed big, I saw. He went dead on into the inside wall.
Well, we had two incidents at the same time, and Toby Parise still moving his car around in the middle of the track as he gets that car pointed forward. Let's take a replay of what's happened here.
It looks like he got on the brakes too hard, and that.
Oh, he just drove into the wall. Oh,
that was big. Oh, Mullins got a little bit of it.
Mullins got
Derek Mullins got tagged a little.
But,
and everyone is coming into the pits now.
Yeah, everybody in the pit lane. Ellison, Higginbotham, Wellen, Tucker, Sacco, Hughes, Mullins. Rauge is staying out.
Interesting
strategy. It's 25 laps to the end of the stage, and all these tires are not going to be helping them, but I think Rauge might have something up his sleeve.
I think Rauge was trying to get
I think Rauge's betting on another caution.
That, plus, if they are giving bonus points for leading a lap, he's probably staying out just to lead a lap and then coming into the pits.
Oh!
That's what I'm assuming.
Castleberry also stayed out.
Well,
Ellison, Higginbotham, and Wellen as Rauge is entering the pits. Now, I think he's just not wanting to be at the front of the grid.
Clinton Castleberry is actually the lucky dog, too.
Okay.
Realizing it.
Well,
but yeah, I think Rauge got the, I believe he got the lead a lap. And I think that's what Rauge was trying to do, was lead a lap, come into the pits to be in the back in case any carnage happens.
And I forgot it again, it's Rogi, not Rauge, not Raji. It's the fifth pronunciation,
again.
But it's row as in boat. And as we go and try not to get that nursery rhyme stuck in our head, we're going to take a little bit of a break.
At McConey Setup Shop, we offer custom-built setups for any asphalt oval car. Prices starting at just $5. Weekly setups available for all Legends, late models, modifieds, and NASCAR trucks, Xfinity, and Cup cars. Do you need one-on-one driver coaching? We've got you covered. Visit www.McConeySetupShop.com and find yourself in Victory Lane. McConey Setup Shop, handling all your setup needs so you don't have to.
Welcome back to Racecraft TV here at Richmond for the Richmond 250 for the NRE Power Systems Cup Series. Lights are out on the pace car. We're riding on board with Gabriel Ellison, Jason Higginbotham, the pole sitter, starting on the outside. They're followed by Greg Wellen and Rhett Tucker in the second row, and then in the third row, Nicholas Sacco and Brandon Hughes. As Ellison leading everybody to the green flag. Now, pace car pulls off, And we're going back to green flag racing here in Richmond.
Fairly calm start for the front.
Higginbotham goes wide. He got to the bumper, and now down to the inside goes Rhett Tucker.
And Higginbotham, everyone's going to try to send it on Higginbotham. There goes Greg Wellen trying to get a run.
Higginbotham had a great start, but it was just a little bit too much. And he got into the bumper of Ellison, had to check up, and he just shot up way off the track, and it immediately killed those tires. There's Sacco trying to defend from the 11 of Richard Beasley, who gets a position on our biggest mover so far. But it's Rhett Tucker and Gabriel Ellison in the lead, but Ellison is already clear of Rhett Tucker.
Boy, Tucker's thinking it the lap. Boy, he's wishing he can have a little bit better run now.
On board, Nicholas Sacco. Looking up ahead at the field. Everyone's staying in a line. They enter lap 58. Up to 50.75 is our stage 1.
I think now you need to just play your cards right. Be safe here. Ooh, I saw some cards too wide further back. Someone might have scraped the wall a little bit there.
But look at Rhett Tucker. He's closing in on Ellison.
Oh, boy. Tucker just getting loose again on the straights.
Well, we thought Tucker was going to be off of the pace today after he killed his tires, but can he hang on to these tires for just 15 more laps and try to charge up and take stage 1 victory here? Tucker, big dive.
Sends it deep, but doesn't get the great exit run, so all of that momentum he gained was all for nothing now.
And going up wide is Wellen.
Wellen having big issues.
That's allowing Higginbotham to start looking. Higginbotham looks low. Higginbotham sending it again. Very late on the brakes compared to everyone else. Not as hard on the brakes as Wellen is.
Because Wellen's taking the slow in, fast out approach, and it just seems like it's working for him currently. But Tucker and Ellison already got a second gap on him.
So it says Wellen is 1.2 seconds behind them, but this fight for the lead is just between Ellison and Tucker. And Rhett Tucker, bad first part of the race, but he's worked out the kinks right now in that setup.
Yeah, it seems like he's figured out what he needed to do on adjustments, and that car's much better now compared to the start of the race. Because boy, it was terrible at the start of the race.
Yeah, big wiggle for Wellen behind.
Boy, what a save. That could have been a whole lot worse for Greg Wellen there.
Higginbotham looking down low. Higginbotham looking for the move. Jason Higginbotham trying to get back into the top 3. He's led this race off, but Wellen is just leading out now. Higginbotham with the wiggle.
You can tell how hard these guys are pushing the cars, especially when that tail gets super happy like that.
And it looks like that wiggle has pushed Greg Wellen to focus himself a little bit more, because he's closed into under a second of Rhett Tucker and Ellison. But now Ellison and Tucker are coming up to some lap cars ahead of him.
I believe that is Eric Zimmerman might be the first one that they're catching up to. Actually, no, that is Eric Zimmerman. Zimmerman took the wave around, so he's got a lot of burnt up tires, and it's not going to help him.
Tucker's getting close to him. And that created a lot of gap and space from Ellison to Tucker, and now Ellison is getting blocked by the 17. Who's going to be picked around there. Hopefully the 17 stays high. He does. And now Rhett Tucker back on the charge.
Yep, and with both of those guys not taking the wave around, just really hurts Zimmerman now because Zimmerman's never came in the pits and neither did Brandon Bullock. So now Zimmerman's going to be definitely one lap down when the stage caution comes into play, and possibly Brandon Bullock too. Tucker almost a half second now behind Gabriel Ellison, trying to find a way to be able to get that run, and it's just not working. It's Ellison's got a much cleaner run coming out of 4.
Yeah, Ellison and Tucker easily out of that battle, but look at the battle behind them for 3rd place, and look at these guys. They're starting to close in on Tucker.
And Wellen and Higginbotham they're fighting so hard with each other that they didn't even they're starting to realize, hey, we're catching up to the top 2. We could win the stage. So these guys are really starting to push it now, knowing that they're closing in on the leaders.
As we ride it on board the United Rentals of Jason Higginbotham, he won the pole sitter award. Tucker getting very loose mid-quarter, and Wells looking down to the inside. This is opportunistic right now. All 3 of these guys. It's now the battle for 2nd. It was the battle for 3rd, but we're going back up to the battle for 2nd now as Welland and Tucker side by side. Welland sends it up down to the inside. And Tucker gets it to the back of Welland. The 14 is going to be on the exit. Welland diving down low. Almost got loose, and Tucker's just still on him.
Yeah, Jonathan Munda was doing everything he could to stay out of the way, and boy, I think he was a little worried that something bad was going to happen right behind him.
Higginbotham looking down low on Tucker. Higginbotham sending it on Tucker with authority.
And he made it stick. My goodness.
Usually see that in an open lobby, and that never works, but those open lobbies are usually fixed lobbies, and so... and a big wiggle by Higginbotham coming out of turn 4.
These guys are just pushing these cars to the absolute limit as they're coming around to, I believe, now complete lap 74, and will be white flag for the stage.
Tucker and Beasley. Beasley looking down onto the inside of Tucker, and Tucker almost getting into Sacco. Right there, white flag is stage 1. Ellison miles ahead of the rest of the people as we look from the stands. Just look at that pack behind him.
Yeah, it's a hornet's nest back there as Tucker's still fighting with Richard Beasley trying to get a spot back.
Sacco trying to just push his way up ahead of Rhett Tucker, but Beasley going to hold it around to the outside. Side by side they go. It's going to be Beasley at the line to hold 4th place, but it's going to be Gabriel Ellison winning our stage 1.
Boy, oh boy.
Stage 1 goes to Gabriel Ellison here for the Richmond 250 for the NRE Power Systems Cup Series as they get ready to go back to green. We'll be right back after these messages. You're here on Racecraft TV watching the NRE Power Systems Cup Series.
Can you see it? It's right there. Hidden behind an assortment of vibrant colors and corporate branding schemes. Look closer. Past the nearly 200 tons of handmade American steel. And beyond the highest quality, custom-designed electrical components and systems in the industry. Deeper still, to the very core. That's where you'll find it. The heart of NRE. Heart is what makes us who we are. Heart is why NRE products and services are made with more. More precision. More grit, and more passion. We're the largest independent supplier of locomotives, parts, and components on the planet. Vertically integrated and strategically positioned for multiple domestic and international facilities. Our capacity and efficiency are simply unmatched. Fast and worth ethic, and sealed with a calloused handshake. We design real solutions for real-world challenges. Whether we're leading the charge on clean emission solutions or integrating the latest performance-enhancing technology into virtually any locomotive platform, we quote to delivery and ship from stock to offer the most flexible and comprehensive work scope throughout our global reach. Our customers call it a return on investment. We call it the return of North American pride. Do you see it now? It's there. A raging fire that burns inside each and every designer, welder, engineer, and NRE team member. Heart is our anthem. Passion is our fuel. They drive us towards success, push us beyond boundaries, and they guide us to you. Heart is what moves us forward.
Welcome back to Racecraft TV, here for the NRE Power Systems Cup Series Richmond 250. Ellison won our stage 1, 75 laps in the bag. And it's Ellison, Welland, Beasley, Higginbotham, our top 4, coming out of that first stage. And Rhett Tucker, he's dropped down all the way to 6th place.
Yeah, Tucker had a really bad pit time and probably made some adjustments. As pace car's out and Ellison's holding everyone. Green's out and Ellison takes off.
No, Welland! Luckily, we avoided an incident, but Welland got very loose off the restart.
He missed a shift or something, because boy, that was a disastrous start for Greg Welland.
Absolutely horrible start for Welland. Up front, Ellison, clear view ahead as his rival was basically just dispatched from behind him, as Beasley, Tucker, and Sacco all in the fight with each other. And Sacco actually has some company as Derek Mullins and Sacco into the wall.
A little bit of damage there for Sacco, but boy, that could have been a lot worse. But it might be light enough where he's able to not have any worries or fears of tire rubs. So he's still fighting side by side with Derek Mullins.
There's Toby Parise exiting pit lane. He's trying to avoid the wolf pack right now.
Absolutely.
And cautions out as Mark Truxell. What around?
Robert Richards lost some spots, and I believe he might have gotten involved with Toby Parise, I think, but I'm not 100% sure.
There's Mark Truxell. This is what caused the caution. Truxell, Parise. Oh, it's Truxell just getting turned by Steck.
Wait a minute. Nathan, Rowdy got
Keith
involved
Bradley.
Too.
12.
He got involved with,
Robert Richards. So,
2 separate spins.
Rogie and Richards got into each other, but Richards and Truxell both spin on that caution, bringing it back out, and Richards is not happy. I can guarantee that.
Yeah, especially after that, because that was a late dive by Nathan Rogie. Because, boy, that could have been...
Well, caution's back out here in Richmond. We'll be right back after these messages.
At McConey Setup Shop, we offer custom-built setups for any asphalt oval car. Prices starting at just $5. Weekly setups available for all Legends, late models, modifieds, and NASCAR trucks, Xfinity, and Cup cars. Do you need one-on-one driver coaching? We've got you covered. Visit www.McConeySetupShop.com and find yourself in Victory Lane. McConey Setup Shop, handling all your setup needs so you don't have to.
Welcome back to Racecraft TV. We're back live here at Richmond for the NRE Power Systems Cup Series Richmond 250. Here for NASRA and all these guys doing it very nicely. Lap 89. We're going to have a restart on, going on to lap 150 to end out stage 2. After that small caution, all these guys didn't go into the pits until lap 77. Somebody did go into the pits after that caution. That was Mark Truxell who was involved in there. But Ellison and Higginbotham leading out the field. Ellison gets a good jump. And Higginbotham bogged down a lot. And now Rhett Tucker looked down to the inside for heading into turn 1. But Higginbotham sends it into turn 1s and 2. But he's losing a lot of speed mid-quarter. Now, oh no! Higginbotham goes around. He hits Sacco! Massive multi-car collision. Sacco, Ellison, Bradley, Paris involved in there. Truxell and everyone. But it was Sacco and Higginbotham that caused it out. It was number 10. Then Sacco and Higginbotham hit each other. Then boom, boom, boom. Oh, he needed an abacus to count the amount of collisions we just saw right there. Take a look from our blimp. And let's go to slow motion. Higginbotham got off the corner very badly. Hit Sacco. Then Higginbotham comes back up the field. Hits the 68 of Ryan Kendall, who gets drilled right there. Nathan Rauge and Max Steck get into each other. Toby Paris plows into Higginbotham, who then sends Keith Bradley, who's nosed up today, into the bottom of the track, into the 49 of Clinton Sneed. Massive crash here. Massive crash. One more time from up high. The 10 and 56 got into each other, and oh, the fireworks just went off.
Boy, big one happens at Rich.
Big one indeed. To be right on board with Nathan Sacco on the gearbox, and the 81 just got through there with ease. But it was a parking lot. Let's see if we can ride on board with Taylor Peacock right now.
Oh my! How did? Wow, that was an intense moment for him.
Right into the Buffalo. Oh my goodness! As they're on board, Braley. Last replay of this, and ooh.
Wow. My goodness.
We go back live under caution. Massive crash, taking out Nicholas Sacco, our biggest mover. So it's Ellison now leading out the field, followed by Tucker, Beasley, Mullins, Hughes, Peacock, Wellen, LeBeouf, Steck, and Steck was involved in there. He got a small hit. Richards, who was in the incident at the start of this race, he's back. Mark Truxell, I get him confused with Steck a lot, as they drive a very similar car, a similar number, similar paint scheme. Keith Bradley, he was just in the pit lane now after getting out of there. Brandon Bullock was involved in that as well in Castleberry, heading into the pit lane. Jason Higginbotham, though, you got to feel for the guy.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Just when everything was going right, you had that one thing that has to go wrong for you, and then adds in chaos to the rest of the field.
Well, lights are out on the pace car. You're going to see on how small the field is right now. If everyone involved in there still trying to get back and catch up to these guys at the front here at Richmond. But tonight is a night for fighting or partying, I guess. It's a Tuesday, so anything can happen on Tuesday. I'm not sure. I don't party.
Yep.
But everyone who's started on that outside line has been statistically having horrible starts because Ellison backs up the field, and who's going to have the better start? Ellison punches it, and Rhett Tucker, he saw it, but he had a very massive miss shift, and oh, Tucker blew an engine!
Oh.
Tucker blew an engine, and there's chaos behind!
Oh, there's people wrecking further back, I think. Or it doesn't.
Oh, and around goes!
Peacock.
Oh,
the Taylor
no!
Peacock goes around.
Peacock
And he
is
towed.
around. Oh, he's already towed it immediately. But, oh, well, there it is. I'm not sure what happened right there.
I think Tucker missed a shift, and then Max Stex finishes them off.
I saw the back. Okay, I saw the back of. Okay, let's go on board with Rhett Tucker and his gearbox. And. Oh, he stalled it! It was stuck in neutral. And
Yeah, that's what I said. He missed a gear shift. That's, oh gosh.
And then right behind him, Steck gets into Peacock, and Peacock gets into the number 2 of Derek Mullins. Let's just get back on there and just listen. Just listen. Wow.
You can hear him shift up the first, shift in the second. He goes from first, shifts up the second very quick. But then as soon as he goes shifting in the third, the gear shifter didn't shift in the third, and it got stuck in neutral.
Stuck in neutral, or the clutch, just something happened. But Rhett Tucker, a lot of damage on the back of his car, and no wonder why. And Derek Mullins heading into the pits, and now Ellison and Beasley going to be leading out the field as we're going to take a small break here on Racecraft TV.
At McConey Setup Shop, we offer custom-built setups for any asphalt oval car. Prices starting at just $5. Weekly setups available for all Legends, late models, modifieds, and NASCAR trucks, Xfinity, and Cup cars. Do you need one-on-one driver coaching? We've got you covered. Visit www.McConeySetupShop.com and find yourself in Victory Lane. McConey Setup Shop, handling all your setup needs so you don't have to.
Welcome back to Racecraft TV here at Richmond for the Richmond 250 for the NRE Power Systems Cup Series. A very bizarre 2 restarts here, bringing out a lot. 2 different cautions, one for a spacing, the other one for a mechanical problem. Rhett Tucker is still out there. He's starting on the inside now, but now on the outside is Richard Beasley, not Gabriel Ellison. They both have an orange car, but they're very similar, different numbers, the 27 and the 10. But will Ellison do that checkup again as we ride on board with him? Pounds it, and once again, it's an amazing start.
Amazing start indeed, as Gabriel's trying to get some run, but it's not going to work. Beasley's trying to catch up further back. It's a Hornet's Nest further back.
Yeah, you see Rhett Tucker, he's still finding his way, even with that massively damaged rear end, still finding a way to make moves, but Greg Wellen is right behind him.
Boy, look at that damage to Rhett Tucker on that right rear. That might actually help him, though, give him a little bit more downforce, get that car to turn more. Whoa.
Hughes looking down to the inside.
Hughes making some moves. Oh, is he still having some technical issues with him?
And we'll just switch our cameras to Beasley. Beasley goes wide. Hughes goes down to the inside. Tucker looking even lower than low.
That was a big move for Brandon Hughes to taking over the lead. Ellison now's got a 4/10 of a second gap now.
45 laps remain here in stage 2. As, Hughes, big slide heading into turn 1. Beasley had to check up a lot. As Jason Higginbottom, he's making moves down to the inside of Max Steck.
Yep, Higginbottom's like, he wants his number 1 spot back, as here we go.
Beasley goes wide. Here comes Rhett Tucker.
Way on the inside. Ooh, the close of almost contact, but no contact. Nice and clean, and Tucker's around him.
Yeah, Tucker back ahead of Richard Beasley. And now Brandon Hughes starting his charge on the leader of Gabriel Ellison. That's 8/10 he's got to work up, but he's got one angry Rhett Tucker behind him.
Tucker's trying to find everything he can, even with that damage, trying to catch back up as Higginbottom's looking on, trying to make a move on Greg Wellen. It looks like he's going to send it, and
beauty.
He's going to clear it easily. Whew, boy. Oh, well, here comes Wellen on the crossover.
It was a bit of a top-ended attack, but Higginbotham made that one work out very nicely, and now he's looking at Beasley. And Higginbotham, you shouldn't be surprised. He went into the pits on lap 92. He's got the freshest tires out of everyone. And very late dive by Higginbotham onto the inside of Richard Beasley. They're still side by side, and Higginbotham's got another head. And looking ahead, it's Rhett Tucker and Brandon Hughes going side by side for second place.
And Tucker looks like he might get second, but at the same time, Higginbotham is on a charge with those fresh tires now as he's sending it into the corner.
Jason Higginbotham looking down to the inside once more. And Brandon Hughes, he knows where Higginbotham's going. And he's going to defend that as hard as he can. But just look at that Toyota. It has so much speed off the exit. Here goes Higginbotham, sending it with absolute authority into third.
And just made it super clean, too. And now he's got his eyes set on Rhett Tucker. And he is running some of the quickest laps right now, other than Gabriel Ellison, who ran a 22 flat that last time by. So Higginbotham's got some work to do to catch up to Gabriel Ellison.
Well, Higginbotham, he is the fastest car on track. He's one with the freshest tires. And that time that he set last lap, 22.03. Ellison with a 22.26. Ellison is in clean air. Higginbotham's making that time while passing people.
And Higginbotham he's being conservative. He wasn't super aggressive on that corner, so now he's starting to save some tire bits. See if gain some ground on Tucker, as he's still the quickest driver of the field right now, as he made a whole bunch of ground right there going into 3.
Well, he's behind Rhett Tucker. He has all that damage on his back end, and Ellison is just slowly ahead of him. And I think that damage that you said that Rhett Tucker has might actually be helping him. Not sure how, but that car is looking very nicely right now as Hughes deep into that corner, and he's under charge from the tent of Richard Beasley.
Yep. And I just saw on the race control messages, Taylor Peacock has taken his car to the hauler. So really unfortunate night for Taylor Peacock.
Beasley's got a good one on Hughes. Hughes, early move, signaling that he was defending and not giving that position up. But Richard Beasley might be making a move soon. But Rhett Tucker and Higginbotham, they're going to be making a move right now. Higginbotham looks down low for P2. And big wiggle for Tucker on the exit.
And Higginbotham's going to send it into 3 and make it cleanly out of there. Higginbotham, 2nd place.
And now we look at the battle for first. 1 second separates Ellison and Jason Higginbotham. Watch that timer fall down. The fresh tires of Higginbotham versus the experience of Ellison.
Ellison's realizing Higginbotham's on the charge, but I think Ellison knows he's going to be coming, and he's going to save some tire a bit as well, see what he can do once Higginbotham gets there. Maybe defend, maybe not defend.
2 tenths already down in 1 lap. The stage ends on lap 150. That's 100 lap stage 3. And it's just Higginbotham's charge into the corner is making this fight. That's just making off his pace. 7 tenths into turn 1. Mid corner, 6.5.
Unbelievable how big of a gap that Higginbotham's closing on Gabriel Ellison. We should be closing in soon on the end of stage 2, I believe.
Yep, lap 150, 30 laps to go.
So with 30 laps to go, things are going to get intense as Higginbotham's looking and eyeing for that stage 2 win. But coming up to lap traffic now as we're catching up to the 14 of Jonathan Munda, who's many laps down right now. And Munda's trying to hold that outside line, letting everyone by, and was able to get by cleanly so far.
Higginbotham's within that orange territory, 3 tenths now.
Higginbotham 0.3 of a second now, and it's dropping even more. Last lap for Higginbotham was a 22.4. Gabriel Ellison 22.5. So it's very close as they actually went dead even now on that last lap, on that last time by.
See the amount of tire marks on this track right now. It is so gripped up by the amount of cars sliding. And that's Paris on the outside blocking Higginbotham. But there's a block. There's a traffic jam on the front straight.
That was...
And Ellison's forced go wide. Zimmerman providing a massive pick for Higginbotham. But Higginbotham being blocked by Paris right there. And Ellison and Higginbotham still charging it off for the lead. But Higginbotham could have easily taken the lead right there.
Oh, easily. I mean, Zimmerman was trying to be safe, but when he was going through the start-finish line, and his car got super loose on him, and it could have been disastrous in front of the leaders.
Ellison and Higginbotham side by side on the back stretch, but Ellison leads it into turns 3 and 4, and Rhett Tucker has gained a lot of time to these guys.
Yeah, Rhett Tucker's now in this mix. 0.3 of a second, the gap with him now to the front.
Higginbotham not sending in on Ellison. Strange from Higginbotham right there. Has he chewed up his tires already?
Potentially. I mean, granted, big difference in laps by about 15 lap difference. So still, especially with the short track, that does make a lot of difference. So very curious to see how much of tire wear Higginbotham's thrown on those tires.
3/10 separates them. Higginbotham looking for the right move to charge in on Ellison.
I'm keeping an eye further down. Nicholas Sacco, he's got some defending on Keith Bradley. Greg Wellens trying to hang on as well. So far these guys are pulling out a nice little gap right now. About a second gap to Rhett Tucker, and then even further back, almost 4 seconds to Brandon Hughes. So these two are just putting on the seconds as the laps go by.
Yeah, everyone's starting to fan out here at Richmond as I'm looking through the field. Only a few battles here and there, but everyone's extremely spread out now as the tire wear is really taking its toll with 20 laps left here in stage 2.
20 laps left, and I think the intensity is going to really kick up for Jason Higginbotham. He's going to have to find a way to get her. They're going to have lap traffic further up ahead. I believe that's Nathan Rogue. I'm hoping I say that right, but I keep messing that up probably. And
Rogie.
Ryan Kendall fighting with each other. Rogie, okay.
Say it with me.
I'm gonna get it sooner or later.
Rogie.
As Rogie now is
There we go.
fighting hard, as he's fighting hard with Ryan Kendall right now. And these guys are both on the lead lap here as Ellison is right behind him, so could get interesting.
That could get interesting,
Or
but
not.
Rogie looking on to the outside. Higginbotham taking that regular line. Ellison looking down low. Higginbotham, though, he's charging down low. And Ellison, very compromised. 2.5 separate Ellison and Higginbotham. This is battle for the lead. Less than 20 laps remain. 18 laps to go here in stage 2.
As Ryan Kendall moves up to the high side to let these two by, and then both Kendall and Rogie are now going to continue their fight for Lucky Dog now, as Gabriel Ellison's now on the hard charge to catch up to Bradley LaBeouf, 2 seconds ahead as well. Higginbotham last lap was about a tenth slower than Ellison, but you can just see the run that Higginbotham gets going into the corners. It's like he's got very fast entrance speed, but he's not able to convert it into exit speed, and that's where he's losing a lot of time. And Richard Beasley, Greg Welland looks like they're having a really good battle as well further behind Rhett Tucker. Rhett Tucker's trying to hang on the third, so keep an eye on this battle for first. Higginbotham dead even on lap times right there, both running a 22.8, and it just seems like Higginbotham might not have enough time here as we're working lap 136 of getting ready to close in on that 150 mark for the end of stage 2.
Yeah, stage 2 closing in. 15 laps remain here in stage 2. So we're looking at Ellison and Higginbotham. I want to go back to Nathan Rogie because I think you'll enjoy this one.
Oh boy. Why do I have a really bad feeling about this?
Look at the lower third.
Okay, I see. Oh. I missed something.
Little pronunciation help.
Oh, yeah. That will do it.
You're welcome.
Yep, that will definitely help. As we're back to this battle, Gabriel Ellison and Jason Higginbotham. Higginbotham still is just not able to reel in Ellison. We're coming now to lap complete. Right now, working lap 139. Getting ready to close in on 11 laps to go.
That 9 is beat up hard. Looks like a modified car right now.
Yeah, I was about to say he almost looks like the E-mod that was at New Smyrna that I was I've been doing some photos of. So I'm like, hey, that's what it looks like right now. Is an E-mod.
Well, 10 laps left here in Stage 2. Ellison Higginbotham battling for the lead. We're in Richmond for the NRE Power Systems Cup Series. Richmond 250.
Higginbotham's trying to make aggressive moves, but it's just not working. I think tires are gone on Higginbotham unless he can get Ellison to make a mistake. Or
Ooh, Ellison, big slide! And there was that mistake that you were talking about, but now Higginbotham has that outside line. He has to be careful on that exit. It's very slick up there, but Ellison, Higginbotham, side by side for the lead. 8 laps remaining. Ellison just on the inside of Higginbotham. He has the advantage right there, but you gotta worry about the slides right there, as that's Zimmerman ahead of him once again. And now Higginbotham takes the lead. He gets checked up by Zimmerman, though.
Yeah, Zimmerman decided to hold the middle line instead of the high line, and that made a little bit of a checkup for Higginbotham. But Gabriel Ellison now, he's got to try to make up some ground. And I don't know, he got super squirrely there coming out of 2 last time.
Got back and got loose. Extremely loose right there.
It went from a 0.3 of a second gap for Ellison being ahead to now Higginbotham being now a 0.4 of a second lead on Ellison.
And the Driven Designs 56 car and the McConey's Setup Shop Pole Position Award car gets back into the lead. And I'm pretty sure the team at United Rentals is going to be very happy for Jason Higginbotham. And
Tucker had a little bit of a moment out gaps. Tucker had a 0.2 of a second gap on Huge, and then all of a sudden it dropped to a 0.5 second as we're watching the replay now. Tucker's got the run. Ooh! Look at Tucker going sideways into one. Boy.
Oh, he's still going sideways. Man, this is whack.
That explains it. Tucker's having a handful with that card this week.
Somebody who doesn't have a handful right now, it's Jason Higginbotham. That decision to pit during one of those cautions is paying off massively right now, with 3 laps remaining here in Stage 2.
He's got fresh, clean track ahead of him, and Gabriel Ellison stuck in lap traffic of Clinton Castleberry and the 17 of Brandon Bullock, who are fighting for the lucky dog. He doesn't
know where to go.
Yeah, he realizes what's going on, but it's like at the same time, as he checks up there trying to keep things clean for these guys. Yeah, and looks like Bullock and having a little issue there, as here goes Keith Bradley getting around Derek Mullins, and Mullins is going to try to make a move on Keith Bradley here, but playing it safe right now. Still has that damage on the front nose. That was from the incident with Tucker when Tucker had the mischief. So still with that damage on the front nose, Mullins is still bringing a good run to it as well.
But all the eyes are on the United Rentals Driven Designs car. The 56 of Jason Higginbotham takes Stage 2.
Derek Mullins having a good battle here as well. Dead even at the line, and I don't know who got it. It was either Mullins or Bradley. One of the two was very close really close for an 8th place finish in the stage. But it looks like Keith Bradley may have beaten Mullins at the line.
Well, all eyes are on Higginbotham as he takes the Stage 2 victory. You're watching Racecraft TV. Stage 2 is in the books. 100 laps to go here for the NRE Power Systems Cup Series. And this series proudly a part of NASRA. And as these guys get ready for Stage 3, we'll be right back. after these messages.
Can you see it? It's right there. Hidden behind an assortment of vibrant colors and corporate branding schemes. Look closer. Past the nearly 200 tons of handmade American steel. And beyond the highest quality, custom-designed electrical components and systems in the industry. Deeper still, to the very core. That's where you'll find it. The heart of NRE. Heart is what makes us who we are. Heart is why NRE products and services are made with more. More precision. More grit, and more passion. We're the largest independent supplier of locomotives, parts, and components on the planet. Vertically integrated and strategically positioned for multiple domestic and international facilities. Our capacity and efficiency are simply unmatched. Fast and worth ethic. And sealed with a calloused handshake. We design real solutions for real-world challenges. Whether we're leading the charge on clean emission solutions or integrating the latest performance-enhancing technology into virtually any locomotive platform, we quote to delivery and ship from stock to offer the most flexible and comprehensive work scope throughout our global reach. Our customers call it a return on investment. We call it the return of North American pride. Do you see it now? It's there. A raging fire that burns inside each and every designer, welder, engineer, and NRE team member. Heart is our anthem. Passion is our fuel. They drive us towards success, push us beyond boundaries, and they guide us to you. Heart is what moves us forward.
Welcome back to Racecraft TV here at Richmond International Raceway here in beautiful Richmond, Virginia. As the lights are on the pace car, it's Ellison and Higginbotham leading out the field. But now Ellison, who's been so good on the restarts, he's now not controlling the restart. So all eyes are on Higginbotham. Can he out-restart the man who perfected the restart of Ellison? And we're going back, restarting here for stage 3, and Ellison gets bogged down. And now Greg Weller looking out to the inside of Ellison for P2 immediately as we start stage 3. 100 laps to go in this race, but no! Higginbotham's in the wall!
He went way wide. He went, I don't know, did wrong. Boy, he went way outside, and he is losing spots quickly.
Higginbotham, very bad restart. We got the jump, but heading into turn 1, he just didn't have the speed, and now he's looking on to the inside of Sackler. Caution is out.
Oh, Kendall's around. 68 of Ryan Kendall around. What? Oh boy, that does not look pretty. What happened here?
It was all his own.
Oh no. Oh, why do I have a bad feeling? Oh, yeah.
So now it's time to leave me loose, Will.
Yep.
All right, let's take a look at this green flag, though, of Higginbotham. Gets an amazing restart. And then just grip. No. He's avoided out of the wall, but that restart was...
I think he missed his braking point entirely. I'm curious if we can go in an in-car. When did he get on the brakes? Oh, yeah, he was, yeah. Way too late on the brakes. Boy. He got smart with that save though. Boy, that could, oh my goodness.
Must thank Ryan Kendall though for that little yellow flag coming out after just pretty much the same incident, but not the finesse to save it, and bam into the wall. Kept it parked up there. Yellow flag comes out right now, and here comes the rest of the field passing him. He stays up there. Woo! 14 almost got into him.
14. Yeah. But smart move though by Kendall, just staying up there, letting everyone get through, and then when he knew it was clear, back up and get back going again.
Well, we're back live here at Richmond, and it's Wellen, Ellison, Beasley, Sacco, Higginbotham, Hughes, Mullins, Bradley, Steck, and Richards, your top 10. But Ellison, well, we thought he had a bad start and was gonna have his work cut out for him, but that restart turned out in his favor. Still on the outside though, so he's gonna have to fight off Greg Wellen now. Let's see if Wellen knows how to throw his punch on the restart.
Be very interesting to see how it plays out, right? But we'll see. A lot of things can happen here.
Yeah, Beasley, and you won't believe it, Nicholas Sacco's back.
Up 12 spots. Added to the effect, too, of Robert Richards. He's up 10 and currently in 10th place, too.
Now the pace car lights are still on for the pace car as the pit lane closes, and that's the first time I've ever seen those pit lights turn red. Amazing new feature, I must add, to iRacing. It helps me a lot when I'm about to make a stupid mistake like that.
Absolutely. You're not the only one. It's nice to see those green, and I mean, granted, it's really tough though to catch it when you're getting ready to go into the pits and then the caution comes out last second. I've been really unfortunate benefactor of having that happen to me multiple times where I've been.
Well, IndyCar is a different caution system. So sometimes instead of 3 laps under green, they do 2.
Oh,
well, lights are out on the pace car, and we're getting ready to go green. We're right on board with Nicholas Sacco. Actually, let's take this one up into the sky as we watch Ellison versus Wellen, and this blimp is looking straight down right now. These guys are bunched up pretty much, but they're just waiting for that pace car to pull off. And they still have 88 laps to go here at Richmond, Virginia for the Richmond 250. And Wellen punches it hard. Ellison, very bad restart. Here comes Beasley down to the inside. Sacco watching in from 4th place. Sacco diving in onto the inside of Beasley, but Beasley holding it in with Ellison just onto the outside. Ellison almost getting into the wall. Beasley holding it down to the inside. Beasley looking onto the inside of Wellen. Beasley and Ellison going side by side, heading through 3 and 4.
And Ellison had really good run, and it's not going to work. Because here goes Sacco now with the run, and he might make it stick for 3rd place now.
Yellow and black Hornet, but caution's out. Keith Bradley nosed up. Keith Bradley in the wall.
I wonder if he got help.
Steck and Tucker on his inside, 3 wide entering turn 1, and Steck. Yeah. It's not Steck, that is Truxell tapping him.
Yep, 3 wide and very tough there.
Let's round on board with Tucker. And
No.
oh, Tucker trying to stretch his legs a bit and get ahead. But back under caution here after Bradley hit the wall. Now, who's going to go into the pit lane? Are we going to have any pit lane takers? And just look at all those wrecked cars here.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what exactly here.
Castleberry.
Clayton Castleberry, Brandon Bullock, Bradley LaBeouf, the three that have pitted currently, and it looks like it's only going to be those three.
But on that restart now, Ellison starting in the second row after Wellen had a great restart. Now Beasley and Sacco up into second and third, but that inside line is going to have all the advantage. And oh, I think we might. No, he's not going to go into the pit lane. I think these guys might be going to the pit lane right now. They are going into the pit lane. Are we going to see a pit lane taker? No. They were showing it, but I'm guessing everyone likes to play a little bit of games. Well, as these guys continue to play games behind the pace car, we're going to take a small break.
At McConey Setup Shop, we offer custom-built setups for any asphalt oval car. Prices starting at just $5. Weekly setups available for all Legends, late models, modifieds, and NASCAR trucks, Xfinity, and Cup cars. Do you need one-on-one driver coaching? We've got you covered. Visit www.McConeySetupShop.com and find yourself in Victory Lane. McConey Setup Shop, handling all your setup needs so you don't have to.
Welcome back to Racecraft TV here for the NRE Power Systems Cup Series Richmond 250. It's Greg Wella leading out the field with just about 70 laps remaining here in stage 3. Lights are on the pace car. Wellen and Beasley leading out Sacco and Ellison. And I think Nicholas Sacco is looking for that 14th overtake right now. But Wellen punches it, and Higginbotham gets checked up hard. And Sacco, whoa, that was a very spread out start for these guys.
Yeah, that was very quick spread out, and so far pretty clean. Further back was a little wild, but so far already, though, Higginbotham is able to get some run and trying to pull away from these guys again.
Max Stack getting a bit loose mid-corner, and Rhett Tucker is getting bullied out of there by Brennan Hughes.
Boy, Hughes is being super aggressive this last stage. It's been wild from him.
Well, the 111 looks like a bunch of knives up there, and he's certainly stabbing that car. And around goes the 17.
Brandon Bullock's around. He is facing backwards on the track.
He's below the yellow line. He's below the yellow line. Caution is not going to come out.
And Bullock's trying to get back up to speed now.
Second and 12, and into the wall goes Steck.
A little bit of cosmetic damage is not going to hurt him too badly.
Castleberry.
Here goes
And Truxell.
Castleberry on the fresh tires, too.
Yeah, Castleberry went into the pits in that stop. Lap 166, he took tires. He has fresh tires than everybody. Watch that 21 to be making the show.
Yep, as Castleberry being on the freshest tires of everyone, it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out for him.
Also
Ooh, there
tires.
goes the 5. Truxell really going wide.
Yeah, Truxell very deep. Keith Bradley also took tires. No, he didn't take tires. Thought he did, but he's just making up a lot of moves. A lot of smoke ahead. No cars into the wall or anything. That's just Castleberry showing up a lot of smoke in front of him. And he's got Brandon Hughes' knife edge in front of him, whose internet is also on the knife edge.
Yep. As Castleberry on board with Castleberry. Ooh, a little slidey there on the fresh tires.
I think he's passed Hughes, and he did pass Hughes. No one saw it because I don't think Hughes saw that. I think he might
Hughes
be.
is still blinking. I think he's pitting because of it. I think it's gotten worse for him.
It has gotten worse, and ooh, look at Higginbotham. He is pissed, and what a send on the 10.
Whoa. Boy, that got intense.
Big wiggle right there, but Higginbotham absolutely sent it on Beasley into turn 1, and Higginbotham back up into third.
Yeah, Higginbotham, he wants this win badly, and he's going to do anything he can to get it.
Well, he started up on pole. He took stage 2, but he wants that stage 3 victory. But he just got into the wall as Rhett Tucker and Richards went side by side.
And Richard Beasley is trying to do everything he can to stay up front. Rhett Tucker is hounding him right, hoping for a miracle to happen so he can be able to move up some places.
Oh, look at this ace by Tucker, though. Goes in on slightly dangerous Robert Richards. He's looking a little bit loose, and Tucker. Ooh, we're going to see a little bit of bumper here.
It was close.
This guy's getting so tight, my voice is going up 20 octaves today. Oh, Tucker looking for that switchback.
It might just work.
He's looking
He's
down to
gonna
the
send it.
And Tucker gets it. He's up into 6.
Great move by Tucker. And now Tucker's going to put all of his eyes on Richard Beasley, who's almost a full second ahead of Rhett Tucker now.
And there's Tony Parise way up there. Parise not last.
Ooh, Parise is smacking the wall again.
Well, he is the last on track, but he's not last overall.
No, actually, Chad Oxidine is actually still running. However, oh, never mind. His Oxidine is coming back into the pits now that I'm seeing on live timing.
Chad Oxidine's on lap 91.
Yikes. Yikes.
Looking back from our leader, Greg Wellen, on our biggest mover, Nicholas Sacco. What a race would it be for Nicholas Sacco to take this win? And oh, Robert Richards just had a big moment. We're going to go for a quick replay. Here's the number 12, and oh,
Hi.
dangerous.
In the grass.
Slightly dangerous Robert Richards. Big moment right there. Falls behind Steck and Castleberry.
Heck of a save, though, but boy, that could have been really disastrous.
And Castleberry making moves on Mullins now. Mr. Fresh Tires looking down low. Castleberry is up into 7th.
Castleberry trying to get some momentum back. Oh my goodness. Those moments are scary.
And Tucker's on Beasley. And oh, that's Zimmerman in the wall.
I believe so, yeah. Zimmerman, another lap down and just even more struggles for him. And Chad Oxidine has taken it to the hauler as well, as I'm seeing on the race control. Oh, Tucker. Man, that car is loose.
It is seeing Tucker put it all to the wall right now. And he swings it around the outside as Richard Beasley lets him by. And, oh, Mullins, Derek Mullins, has stopped. He's got to keep it below the yellow line. He's got to keep it below the yellow line to keep it caution free. He does, and he keeps it going. We're going to stay caution free right now.
Yeah, really unfortunate, though, for Mullins not having that
Whoa,
caution
whoa,
come out.
whoa,
But
whoa.
still.
Did he just...
Ooh, he lost it all by himself. Oh, this could be hurt. This could hurt.
Boom. Okay, it actually wasn't as bad as I thought it would be.
Yep, you can hear it. And wham. Oof, wow. Really unfortunate there for that happening.
Go to our
Ooh,
lead.
look at this.
Bullock put it up a block. And now there's Wellens, Sacco, and Higginbotham, your top three, battling out for the lead. All these guys went to the pits on the same tires.
Yeah. And Castleberry is closing in on these guys, but he's about 4.7 seconds is the difference from these leaders. But a lot can happen still, and Sacco up 14 spots from where he started the race.
Nicholas Sacco has that car absolutely mastered right now. He's just got to keep it clean. He was involved in one wreck already, so he does not have his fast repair.
Yeah, so he's got to play it very safe these last 60 laps as they're working 191 of 250 now. Was Higginbotham. Oh, 14's in the wall.
Big wiggle. Sacco is getting very close to Wellen.
And they had to make a big avoidance to not hit Munda, as Munda hit the outside wall there coming out of 2. Man, this battle is getting really tight. Gabriel Ellison's trying to make some moves, but at the same time, he is struggling. He's about 0.2 of a second slower than these three up front. And it looks like Tucker might catch up to Ellison at this rate.
And Higginbotham's just sticking back, but Sacco is definitely charging on him as we're going to look at this fight. And Castleberry is... It looks like Castleberry was charging, but really the battle for 5th is up ahead of him. Castleberry's dropped off the pace.
Yeah, he's dropped off the pace a bit. I think Castleberry's starting to save some tires a bit here. Maybe see if the long run gain will help, because at this rate right now, these guys are just putting in the laps, and we're closing in on 50 to go.
Yeah, 50 to go coming in soon. Currently 55 laps left here in Richmond. Now, I wonder if we're going to see anyone take a pit stop on lap 50. And, oh, Sacco almost gets to the back end. Oh, my goodness, Higginbotham diving all the way down low.
Man, that was a scary moment.
I'm not sure if anyone here is from Boston, but I think we want to get a... I'm racing here.
Yeah.
Tony, what's up? Racing here. And Tucker almost getting to the back of Tony.
That could have been disastrous, my goodness.
That could have absolutely been horrendous, but that was a blessing for Mr. Greg Wellen, as everybody is spread out now.
Everyone's spread out, and now it's just the consistency game now.
We do have a fight behind him between Rhett Tucker and Richard Beasley, though. And Rhett Tucker and his fans definitely hope that he can stay up there in 5th place. This is the battle for 5th right now. Richard Beasley versus Rhett Tucker. This here Beasley stretching that car to its limits.
Absolutely, and And Rhett's doing everything he can as he gets a little bit loose again.
Tucker's been having a very rough day. Just look at the back end of that car.
Yeah, and that was just from the mischief that he had on the restart many laps ago as we're working.
Ellison!
Boy, Ellison's having a lot of struggle now.
Yeah. And Sacco's being caught up by Higginbotham. And our stage 2 winner going to jump up into second place.
Higginbotham, he's trying to make a hard charge back up to the front. 1.5 seconds is the gap to Greg Wellen, and Greg Wellen is just putting in consistent lap times right now as he's closing in on the 9 as we got caution. Oh man. Oh, just be cautious here. Okay. Richards is getting back up to speed now, but boy, that just ended the parade for Greg Wellen.
Now we're going to have a 50-lap sprint, and
oh, ouch.
And
oh, boy, oh, dear.
Welcome to Random Sounds coming out of Tyler Vickery's mouth on Racecraft TV.
Oh, boy.
Any chance I get to do that, I will.
I know.
But yeah. We should be seeing our leader and everyone else follow him into the pit lane, as I believe everyone is going to do that right now. Any fakers out there? Yep, everyone's going in. Somebody's stayed out, but that's a lapped car.
That is the lapped car. Yep. Oh. Everyone coming into the pits.
As everyone everyone dives into the pits, we're going to head to a small break. You're here watching the NRE Power Systems Cup Series NASRA Richmond 250 here on Racecraft TV. 50 laps to go. You stay there.
Can you see it? It's right there. Hidden behind an assortment of vibrant colors and corporate branding schemes. Look closer. Past the nearly 200 tons of handmade American steel. And beyond the highest quality, custom-designed electrical components and systems in the industry. Deeper still, to the very core. That's where you'll find it. The heart of NRE. Heart is what makes us who we are. Heart is why NRE products and services are made with more. More precision, more grit, and more passion. We're the largest independent supplier of locomotives, parts, and components on the planet. Vertically integrated and strategically positioned for multiple domestic and international facilities. Our capacity and efficiency are simply unmatched. Cast in worth ethic and sealed with a calloused handshake. We design real solutions for real-world challenges. Whether we're leading the charge on clean emission solutions or integrating the latest performance-enhancing technology into virtually any locomotive platform, we quote to delivery and ship from stock to offer the most flexible and comprehensive work scope throughout our global reach. Our customers call it a return on investment. We call it the return of North American pride. Do you see it now? It's there.
Welcome back to Racecraft TV here at Richmond for the Richmond 250. Wellen, Higginbotham, Ellison, Sacco, your top 4 after a pit stop and a caution. 50, less than 50, 43, 42 laps remain at time caution. This is meaning of life here at Richmond. And it's all in the hands of Wellen. Who's going to get the better restart? Higginbotham trying to jump on. Boom goes Wellen. And Sacco gets to the back of Higginbotham.
Oh, Higginbotham.
And no!
Oh, hard hit.
Ellison and Higginbotham are stage 1 and stage 2 winners. Get taken out at the restart.
Wow. Boy.
And I think Sacco caused that. Higginbotham got loose, and boom, there's a bump from Sacco.
Oh. Wow. Oh, and then a hard hit.
Watch Wellen. Boom off the line. Higginbotham a little bit hard, and then Sacco just gets into him, and that sends Higginbotham and Ellison down into the wall. And Ellison doesn't have a lot of damage, but Higginbotham, that front hood is scrunched up more than a taco, yeah. And it's Taco Tuesday, and that's not the kind of taco that Higginbotham wants to see. And now I want tacos. Well, I know where I'm going after this.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm bored with Sacco. I want to see this. Oh, yeah, there's that bump right there.
Yeah, it was like just enough. It was just enough of a bump.
I want to see this from Max Steck's point of view. I think there's a bit of a... Okay, yeah, no drama behind him.
Yeah. Man, oh man.
That is so unfortunate right there. And
yeah,
Beasley almost got past Sacco on the restart, but as we go back live, it's Castleberry and Max Steck up in 4th and 5th. And Clinton Castleberry, somebody who was driving at the start of this race without a bumper, is up in a 4th.
Amazing. And he has that fast repair, so that car is nice and clean now since he used that fast repair.
Yeah, and he's starting up onto the inside row, and that inside row has been... No, he's on the outside row, 2nd row, though. So we're looking at the end of this restart. Sacco is going to be very cautious. He's got to get down low as fast as he can, because down there is Richard Beasley in that number 10. Then Castleberry, he's looking for the same thing. All these guys, they stayed out here with just 38 laps left. Lights are out. Lights are still on the pace car. We're going to take a very small break here at Richmond.
At McConey Setup Shop, we offer custom-built setups for any asphalt oval car. Prices starting at just $5. Weekly setups available for all Legends, late models, modifieds, and NASCAR trucks, Xfinity, and Cup cars. Do you need one-on-one driver coaching? We've got you covered. Visit www.McConeySetupShop.com and find yourself in Victory Lane. McConey Setup Shop, handling all your setup needs so you don't have to.
We're back here on Racecraft TV. The lights are out on the pace card. Everyone is forming back up here with just 37 laps to go. We're going back. Green flag racing here at Richmond. And what a start by Willett and Sacco. timed that perfectly. He dives down low in front of Beasley.
And Saka tried to make a quick move on it, and he's got a really great run coming out of 2.
And Sacco looking down low for the lead. Our biggest mover is now our biggest leader. Nicholas Sacco up 15 spots into the lead of this race for the NRE Power Systems Cup Series Richmond 250. And Greg Welling goes extremely wide. Down low goes Richard Beasley and Max Steck trying to capitalize. Head up into second. Max Steck going very high up the track. Richard Beasley down low. Richard Beasley looking in for second place.
This is probably going to be the way these guys are running right now. This is going to be a wild finish, and this is going to be probably a first-time winner of the Series 2 potentially as well with these guys, the way these guys are racing. These are 3 different drivers that we haven't seen in a while, other than Greg Welling.
Yeah, Greg Welling, well, last week, sitting down in third. Does he have what it takes? But setting a purple sector 1 is Nicholas Sacco.
Boy, Sacco is just on a tear.
We might have to rename him from Sacco to Sacgo. Woo, he is moving it.
And he went purple too. Quickest lap of the race as well.
21.55 as Dangerous Knifez. Brandon Hughes looking down to the inside of Max Steck. 21.53 for Sacco.
He is lighting it up now. He is
and hard into the wall is Steck.
And that might give an opportunity to Brandon
and
Hughes.
LaBeouf crash.
Oh boy. LaBeouf's turned around. Oh my goodness.
Same incident
oh no
as Steck right here. And oh,
just loses it.
It's already missing the front of that car.
And I think the engine is gone at this point, I think.
It's still moving. Still moving. It's not heating up, so that's the good part. It's just driving a modified.
Yeah.
A very unaerodynamically modified. And Richard Beasley heading into the pits with Welland behind him. Brandon Hughes staying out. Max Steck also heading in. Clinton Castleberry, Rhett Tucker, and Mark Truxell. Rogie and Bradley are staying out. Derek Mullins staying out. Richards into the pits. Ellison into the pits. Sneed, Bullock. So we got a lot of drivers flip-flopping on strategy. 5 cars staying out. Rhett Tucker, Greg Welland staying in. And who's going to win this fight out of pit lane?
Going to be very interesting.
Here they come. Here comes Welland and Welland. Beasley. Steck. Mr. Dangerous, number 12. And Rhett Tucker beating out Castleberry with Truxell. And then Ellison coming out of there.
Wow. Well, this ought to get interesting.
Yeah, and Higginbotham. After that incident, he's got a lot of damage to the front of that car still.
I think he had the lucky dog, I'm guessing. I don't know, but boy, that's still all of that damage from that incident he had on the restart.
Had a separate incident.
Again? Oh dear. That looks like the same damage from the restart incident he had.
It might be. It might be. Oh, craziness here at Richmond behind the safety car. Everyone finding the right time to go into the pit lane. Derek Mullins heading into the pit lane again. Whoa. Oh, wait. Derek Mullins, he stayed out. And also behind him going into the pit lane, that's a Lats car. But Derek Mullins deciding it wasn't a good idea to stay out for there. He's going to go into the pit lane for that fresh tires. And so only 4 cars have stayed out, and that is your top 4: Sacco, Hughes, Rogie, and Bradley. And our first car on new tires, not Max Steck, Greg Welland.
This ought to get interesting then.
Yeah, Welland's going to be starting on the outside of Max Steck. Outside of Keith Bradley. nosed up Keith Bradley and that new sponsor of his. Driven
and
can save lives. And lights are out on the pace car, and these guys know where they're going. Sacco on the inside, knife edge shoes on the outside. Nathan Rauge, Keith Bradley, Greg Wellen, Steck on those fresh tires, Wellen on those fresh tires. That third row you want to keep your eyes on because they're going to be charging it up the field here in Richmond with only 24 laps remaining. Who's it gonna be? As the iRacing pace car pulls off the field, Nicholas Sacco, our hardest charger, pounds it to the floor and gets racing, and Rogi's got a horrible start.
absolute horrible. Boy, Steck's got a great run out of the corner already. Side by
Steck's
side
in
with
the
a
wall.
92.
Rhett Tucker almost into the wall as well. They're going 3 wide down the back straight. Nosed up Bradley down low.
And Keith Bradley's doing everything he can, and it's just not going to work for him as Rhett Tucker is trying to find a spot to be able to get around, and it's not going to work for him right now.
Tucker has the inside line on Steck. Steck up near the wall. Watch out for the exits right here. Steck sending it. Getting sent on by Rogie.
Rogie's doing everything he can with those older tires, but it's going to be very difficult as the 12 right behind him has even more fresher tires.
Mr. Dangerous right behind Rogie right there. They're still going 3 wide. Mr. Dangerous looking down the inside of the insides. And round goes Steck. Castleberry into the wall as well. And more cars getting involved.
Oh my goodness. Oh, look
5 cars involved in that wreck.
I think it was more than 5. I think Mullins got involved. I think it's 6. I know Kendall got involved. There was a few.
Let's slow-mo it down right here. Steck getting net coated out of the wazoo. I don't think that was net code. But there's Ellison getting the door closed on him. Castleberry get turned around. The 49 getting involved of Clinton Sneed. 17 ends up in the wall. The 2 getting a good old bonk right there. The 68 just gets his front nose is absolutely kicked in. And there's the 9 locking up. Tony getting out of there very nicely.
Yep.
And Higginbotham making it through there. But chaos at the back of the field with less than 25 laps left. And Sacco is... he's breathing a sigh of relief. But...
Absolutely.
you're going to see everybody right behind Knife Edge, Brandon Hughes, Tucker, Bradley, 2 fresh tire runners. Actually, notice 1 fresh tire runners of Rhett Tucker. And he's got his teammate of nosed up Keith Bradley up there. So Rhett Tucker is going to be pushing Sacco on the restart. And the Buddy Project might be looking a bit nervous right now. Because they have fresh tires starting right behind them. We're going to find out who's going to have the better restart with less than 20 laps to go here at Richmond for the NRE Power Systems Cup Series Richmond 250.
At McConey Setup Shop, we offer custom-built setups for any asphalt oval car. Prices starting at just $5. Weekly setups available for all Legends, late models, modifieds, and NASCAR trucks, Xfinity, and Cup cars. Do you need one-on-one driver coaching? We've got you covered. Visit www.McConeySetupShop.com and find yourself in Victory Lane. McConey Setup Shop, handling all your setup needs so you don't have to.
Welcome back to Racecraft TV. It's clutch time. It's crunch time. It is game time. It's race time. It's time to go back to green with 20 laps to go. Well, actually 19 laps to go here at Richmond for the NRE Power System Cup Series NASRA Richmond 50. And what a restart by Sacco and Rhett Tucker. Jumping it already. Back into the lead.
Boy, and Tucker on those fresh tires, he's going to be hauling, trying to get around Sacco fairly quick. Oh,
And all rounds to 17. Vinny went below the yellow line. I don't think we're going to get a caution out of it.
I don't think so. He's back going again, it looks like, on the speed chart. So this battle still continues on.
Battle for the lead. Tucker and Sacco. Tucker went into the pits on lap 220 and hard into the wall goes knife edge and oh no!
Truxell's involved.
Think about them. Truxell stopped in the middle of the track, but Rogie. It was Martin Truxell and Nathan Rogie. Let's ride on board with Rogie. Oh!
Goodness. Oh, hard hit.
It was Rogie. That was the main cause of it. But looking at the inside, Ellison the 10 just punted him, and then the 5 and the 91 just locked together. And massive caution. I said during the break that was our last ad break, and I'm going to be completely honest, it was our last ad break. So we're going caution-free, ad-free through this caution. Words that mean excitement and stuff get mixed up with words that mean strategy and hoo-ha. But look who's back in third. Greg Weller.
Yeah. Well, it was been pretty calm too. He's got fresh tires along with Rhett. So,
but Rhett's starting on the outside line.
Yeah.
The inside line has been the best place to have a restart because they know exactly when Sacco's going to go. And Sacco's been going extremely early, like right when the pace car was going. And Rhett Tucker had an amazing restart. But now that Greg Welland's down there, are we going to see the Hunter Pence baseball car try to jump his way on Rhett Tucker and that fresh tire, have a fresh tire fight for second, and Nicholas Sacco still has a chance to win this with almost 10 laps to go here in Richmond.
It'll be interesting. I'm thinking that Sacco is going to I think he's going to hold and try to like late restart, but time it to where he can still get a jump on Tucker and Welland, because that's the only way he's going to be able to get any opportunity to at least get away for a few laps, especially now that we're going to be probably by the time we get back to the restart, I think it's going to be lap 239 on the restart, which means we'll only have roughly 11 to go. It'll be interesting to see what Sacco does on the restart here.
Bradley LaBeouf is in the top 10 and he's driving a modified.
Wow. Impressive. I mean, he's had a rough night.
If there's an award for never giving up, LaBeouf has won it.
I can agree with you 100% there.
Rhett Tucker and Greg Welland are just swapping spots right now. I think Tucker's just like looking to just dive immediately down low on Sacco. and just try to hold off Wellen. So this restart's going to get very nasty. And I'm going to be honest, the person who probably has the best view of this would be Hughes.
Yeah, I was going to say Hughes or even Robert Richards. And Richards is still up 14 spots from where he started. So he's having a really good night as well.
Robert Richards, he's got a nice view of nosed up Bradley. And Bradley, he's on those old tires too. And Brandon Hughes also on those old tires. Behind him is an entire field of fresh tires.
Yeah. Gonna get interesting.
It certainly is. It certainly is. But lights are out on the pace car. Ew, I feel that excitement in the air. 12 laps remaining here in the NRE Power Systems Cup Series Richmond 250. Sacco punching up the field. The green flag's out. It's a late restart. Tucker and Wellen. Tucker tried being aggressive and he got loose. Tucker falling down the field.
And I called it. I said Stockton was going to wait. Oh, we go 3-1.
Tucker gets into the Keith Bradley. Keith Bradley gets into the wall. Everyone's bunching up. Look at Bradley LaBeouf down onto the inside.
And Sacco with a nice gap. Greg Wellen's going to have to push to be able to catch up to Sacco. Brandon Hughes is in third, but Rhett Tucker's doing everything he can. And it's just, man, that was a worse start for him.
Tucker caused so many incidents right there. I'm surprised we are not in a caution right now. Very dangerous. Richard Beasley on those fresh tires. Looking at on knife edge. Brandon Hughes for third. Tucker looking down low on Beasley. Tucker diving in under the yellow line. Tucker up in the fourth. Tucker and Beasley still side by side. Tucker has turned into a madman right now.
Oh, absolutely. And Tucker's doing everything he can to at least make up some ground. I mean, the gap's just pulling away, and we got...
Mr. Dangerous gets it on Tucker! Tucker is in the wall! Ellis in the wall! Bradley buffing that modified, punting Tucker around! And caution is out once again!
Sacco is...
And Tucker's mad! Tucker's mad! Tucker's mad! Oh no,
Wow.
I think we're about to see punches being thrown. Tucker intentionally going into the number 12 of Robert Richards, Mr. Dangerous. And Tucker, oh no. I think Robert Richards might be on a hit list very soon. Red Tucker is not happy, and he pushed his car back into Richards. And oh no, where is Richards? Is Tucker going to stay back there?
Ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
For now.
Pits are closed and Tucker doesn't care.
Yeah.
All right. Here is the view from Rhett Tucker. And this is what happened after caution. Hunts down the number 12 and gives him a piece of his mind. As caution's out, Tucker just pulls up to Hughes and buries him. And what brought out that yellow flag was this. Robert Richards, number 12, gets a great run. Tucker gets a bit loose. Ellison's out there. Then Hughes dives it down to the inside and just swipes Tucker. And Ellison goes into the wall right there.
Yeah.
And then fireworks.
Yep.
Tucker, not happy, bops into the side of Robert Richards. And, well, there's a famous quote from Danica Patrick. If you're going to take somebody out, actually succeed in taking them out.
Yeah. And not wreck yourself in the process, but yeah.
And that not wrecking yourself in the process. That's the quote.
Yeah.
But it's Sacco still in the lead. Greg Wellen in second place. Knife Edge Brandon Hughes in third. Richard Beasley in fourth. Two cars on old tires. with
Yeah.
4 laps to go.
Gonna be green white. It's being extended to green white checkered, I believe. 'Cause
All
I
right.
believe we have green white checkers. I would assume, but I can definitely say this: Sacco, when that caution came out, was probably screaming.
Thank
And
you.
screaming
Thank you.
And
Thank you. He's probably screaming thank you. He had a gap, to be fair, but that gap was falling fast. It was about half a second to Wellen. And he could
Yeah.
pull that gap off easily and hold that in there. Because now it's a game about positioning. Tires not going to mean so much, even though they're going to have the grip on the restart. And I think something is happening.
uh-oh.
It just showed Tucker and Higginbotham are swapping spots right now, but
Oh.
I'm not sure what's going to happen to Tucker after this race. I think a massive slap on the wrist might happen.
Yeah, and he's got that faster pair as well. He's got a pretty clean car, so...
Well, if Rhett Tucker wasn't aggressive already, he's going to be even more aggressive. He's sitting at 16th right now.
Yeah.
But lights are out on the pace car. 3 laps to go. It's going to be green, white checkered. No, it is going to be green, white checkered.
Yeah. Normal green, white checkered, too.
Well, welcome to Racecraft TV as we're going green, white checkered for the Richmond 250. Sacco gets a great start. Knife Edge Brandon Huge not getting any ground as Wellen and Beasley bump drafted, but Knife Edge setting it down into turn 1 into 2nd place.
Sacco's loving this right now. Here goes Brandon Huge on the inside line, trying to get that run going in.
Brandon Hughes looking down to the inside. Knife Edge getting his nose right there, but then the new tires of Wellen pushing it out wide. The battle for second is all alive. And Knife Edge Brandon Hughes still keeping his nose down there. And Sacco staying in the lead. Knife Edge getting bump drafted and hard into the wall goes LaBeouf. But everyone cannot catch our biggest mover in the race. He's now our race winner, Nicholas Sacco.
Wow. What a finish. And Robert Richards is in the grass. There was a few cars in the grass there as well. But boy, what a finish.
The fireworks are in the air. And cars are going around to... Oh! LaBeouf gives him a little bit of lick. But it's time to burn it down with Nicholas Sacco as he takes the win.
What a finish.
And this is your Maconie's Setup Shop Victory Lane celebration for Nicholas Sacco. I think he's going to park it right on the line. Oh, he's getting his money worth today.
Yep.
He is pumped. The largest mover in the field. Probably the guy with the cleanest car in the field. Honestly, if we are going by car damage, that paint job is absolutely filthy. And he's moved the engine.
And there goes the motor. I was like, and there goes the motor.
As we sit here, Emmett Coney's Setup Shop Victory Lane. Here is your race. Oh, there it is. Race results.
Perfect timing.
Great job. Race results. Nicholas Sacco takes the win, followed by Hughes, Beasley, Wellen, LSA, Castleberry, Richards, Mullins, LaBeouf, Bradley, Truxell, Sneed, Tucker, Rogie, Bullock, Hugginbotham, Steck, Kendam, Zimmerman, and Munda in 20th place. They're followed by Toby Paris, Taylor Peacock, and Chad Oxidide. But all eyes are on Nicholas Sacco. And I do believe we have Nicholas Sacco waiting for us in the broadcast booth. Howdy, 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 Nicholas. What a race you had today.
Thank you, thank you. Honestly, I didn't think I was gonna come down with that one. I definitely wasn't the quickest guy out there, that's for sure. But yeah, I mean, the chips fell in my lap, I guess, there at the end, and those cautions kind of helped me out with the older tires. So, got to thank I Race Designs, obviously, the Buddy Project, People Racing for Autism. This is a huge win for us. So, definitely got to put my hat out to Eric Zimmerman. Big win for us.
Massive win for you. You were the biggest mover in the race, up 15 spots where you qualified, and even better, fastest lap of the race. An absolute party happened behind you. What was your strategy going into today? And when you saw your qualifying position, did you just put your head down and picked out those moves very cautiously? Because I don't think you were involved in a single. No, wait, no, you were involved in a single incident in the back. On the back straight.
Yeah, that was. I mean, honestly, the strategy coming in, this isn't one of my best tracks, so I just wanted to come out with a top 5, try to win some cash, obviously. But I mean, after that wreck, it was really just kind of save my fast repair for the last stage there, and it worked out. I mean, I probably should have gotten tires at the end when everyone else went in, but I guess staying out was the call to make.
Well, speaking of tires, when you saw everyone in your mirror going for tires, what was the thought that went in your head?
I started to count really how many cars didn't go in. Once I saw that the first guy with tires was in 6th, I kind of thought I was done. I figured that I guess it was like 9 or 10 laps. They would have been, I mean, they made a big difference there, but those cautions kind of fell right in my lap there. Kind of saved my tires all the way to the end. And honestly, the restarts, having control of the restarts is massive on those late restarts. So.
Well, it's a big win for you, Nicholas. Before we let you go, anyone you want to thank?
Yeah, we gotta, as a league, we gotta thank, Need Competition Designs, McConey Setup Shop, Racecraft TV. You guys put on a great show. Butt Kickers. I mean, everyone that's involved with the league. I mean, Michael McKinnon, he runs the show, and he kind of lets us run the show, which is awesome. We all kind of have our say in things. So, league's put together well, and I don't think there's another one out there like it. So.
Well, you said it here first. You're sitting in the McConey Setup Shop Victory Lane. Congratulations, Nicholas. You go have yourself a wild celebration tonight on this Tuesday.
Yeah, I'll try. Thank you, guys.
And that was Nicholas Sacco. Tyler, I believe you're standing by with our second place. Nope. Our second place driver is not in here, but you are standing by with Richard Beasley.
Yeah, as Richard Beasley was having a wild finish to the race, and boy, all of the incidents that happened around you, able to work your way through. What was the car feeling like for you, especially when you had to make some big wreck avoidance later on in the race?
We were feeling pretty good towards the end there. We got some damage on the right front, one of those wrecks, but we had fresher tires, and I was just glad to get back up there. When we pitted with Greg there, we got an unsafe pit exit, and with about 25 to go, I think I was about the 21st or 22nd car on the track.
Oof. Well, you were able to bring it back, and that last real restart there with Brandon Hughes and Greg Welland. I mean, what was your mindset going into that restart before all of the chaos ensued with Greg Welland?
Well, I was hoping Greg was going to get a pretty good restart, but he really didn't, and I had to try to get to the inside lane, and I had a chance to take it 3 wide, but I didn't want to cause another incident. I'm still trying to get used to everyone here, and I was trying to just take it easy and get what I could, and it worked out.
Well, great racing again for you, and especially getting a 3rd place, starting 9th too. Definitely. Do you have any shout outs or anyone that you want to give credit for?
Yeah, definitely. Greg Welland, he's a buddy of mine. He got me in over here at NASRA. All the guys over here at NASRA, these guys seem to be fun to race with. NRE Power Systems and Sneed Competition Design. Want to give those guys a shout out. Chad Coleman was my spotter. He kind of helped me out through the race there. Want to thank Tim's Corner Motorsports and Sim Graphics.
Alrighty, well, great racing again, Richard, especially finishing in that third position. We wish you luck next week as well.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
There you have it. Austin, Richard Beasley, third, and heck of a run for him.
And joining us right now is the 111. I call him Knife Edge. It's Brandon Hughes who finished in second. Brandon, how was that race for you? Brandon, this is Austin in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Brandon, you got a copy there for us, bud?
You gotta love Discord sometimes. Well, Brandon Hughes, as we wait for him, he started in third today. That 111 was looking absolutely on fire. A little bit of a few wobbles throughout the race, but he managed to move his way back up into a second at the end of the race. He started right behind Nicholas Sacco, and on those old tires with those drivers, those new tires on the outside for him, you would think that he would not be able to make his way back up there, but with them kind of holding each other up there, he just found the right moment to jump up into second, and, well, Brandon had a massive race today.
Absolutely. I mean, even just with all of the incidents that happened around him, and then even one of the incidents that he got involved in. So it was great recovery as well for him, and being able to make that momentum, get the momentum, take advantage of Greg Wellen's mistakes as well.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Brandon Hughes wasn't going to be able to join us for the interview. Well, actually, no, we're going to try again this time. I think it was just a little restart and come back. So we're going to try this one last time. Ladies and gentlemen, Brandon Hughes. All right, I just say it was a try, so there we go. Well, Tyler, any final words today?
The first, I mean, it was first half, started the half of the race was really nice and calm, great racing throughout, and then boy, that second half of the race got very intense, and what a finish! I mean, never would have expected all of that to happen.
Yeah, it was just an absolute massive race here today, but Nicholas Sacco took the win and the biggest mover at all. But what a race for the NASRA Cup Series Richmond 250, the NRE Power Systems. Once again, these guys put on an amazing show. Thank you, everyone, for watching us here on Racecraft TV for another amazing round in the NRE Power Systems Cup Series. I've been joined by Tyler Vickery. I'm Austin Knight, and I hope y'all have a great night.